Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for July 2022. Happy birthday to all you Leos out there, but let's see what is going on for you at this time. I feel like, sorry, I didn't switch, but I feel like you always have this pig spirit card. It says, use your mind wisely. The pig has wings on it, on that card, and I always say, there's a saying, when pigs fly. So there could be like a lot of luck coming in for you here. And yeah, what I would say, it's interesting because maybe you felt a little bit unlucky recently. And I feel there is some luck coming in where maybe you haven't felt lucky. I also see a lot of movement, which is weird. You don't really have any cards that represent movement, kind of. Now, you have the Three of Wands, which can definitely represent movement, and the Knight of Wands, but it's like the feeling I get here is a lot of movement. So we're going to talk about that in just a second. You have the Observer card. Is that what it says? Yeah. It says Observer on it. I feel like you've been observing something that you want for a very long period of time. For some of you, it's kind of like, if there are certain things that you have wanted in life in general, I kind of feel like it's been right in front of your face. Like, what I mean by that, I don't want to say the universe is teasing you, but I feel like maybe you want money, and it's like maybe all of a sudden you're seeing like money all around, or you're seeing people who have the things that you want to have all around you, right? It's almost like things are kind of like popping up in my face. That's how I feel about your reading. And I would definitely pay attention to that. Like, I feel like it's the universe saying, you can have this. It's like, maybe there's a car that y'all want. I feel like you keep seeing the car everywhere. Maybe there's a house that you want. Maybe you keep having to take certain routes that drive you by like the house that you want, or something like that. I feel like the universe is like saying, hey, you can have this, but what? Let's find out. You have the Three of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Devil. Part of me feels the Devil could be a little bit of stinking thinking, so I feel like part of it is your beliefs. You need to believe that you can have the things that the universe is telling you that you can have. I feel like you're much more free than you realize. The whole point of the Devil card is that the chains that are around their necks are meant to look very loose. It's meant to look like they could just easily lift those chains from around their necks and set themselves free, which they totally can. So I feel for some of you, this is saying like about needing to realize that you're much more capable and much more free than you realize, and there's much more that you can do with your life if you desire to do so. I would also avoid things like, I feel it's a really good time to avoid things that steal your energy. He has these two bat wings behind him, and it's meant to represent kind of like energy, vampire energy, anything that can steal your energy. I would be careful of that. I get a lot of movement on this Knight of Wands. There's like a new beginning opening up for you at this time. Some of you literally could be moving right now, and whatever you're moving towards looks very good to me. I feel like you're going to be feeling very strong, very motivated, very successful. I always tell people, it's like, if you think you're going to move and that things are going to be different, you're probably wrong, right? Like, as someone who has moved about 900 times, I'm getting ready to move again right now. I'll be in a couple of weeks. I'll be in a brand new place, right? And I'm just always moving. I can tell you as someone who's moved a million times that, it really doesn't change anything, even though maybe you think it does. But what I would say is that I feel like if you are moving, if you are kind of moving somewhere at this time, I feel there are going to be some big changes happening because of the move. You could be opening up to new opportunities. I see here a lot more social opportunity as well. So it looks really good to me. Some of you, I feel like, are moving somewhere warmer as well. I would say if you are moving somewhere warmer, definitely going to be very good for you. You have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card that is my card of like, what are you waiting for? I feel like you could be waiting for some things to change. I do get a reorganization here as well for whatever reason. I'm pretty sure I'm getting major deja vu saying that. So I feel like I've said that to you before. And, in business, if you have a business or career, that's what I feel like this is talking about. Business, career, job, whatever it is that you do. I feel like there's some sort of kind of reorganization that needs to happen in the way that you do things. It's kind of interesting. I feel if you make some changes here that there's going to be a big impact, especially I would say for those of you that have been doing things the same way for a long period of time. I feel like I always say this to you, but again, it comes up in every single reading I do for you, Leo. And I feel like a little bit of reorganizing is going to lead to a lot of success. So, I would definitely do it if I were you, because I feel like it's going to lead to a lot of abundance. You have this pig spirit, says, use your mind wisely. So I feel like you need to use your mind wisely, obviously, but I do feel that for some of you, some things are happening where, we say when pigs fly, right? So I wouldn't say it's like the impossible, but I feel some things are happening in your life that are kind of more lifting you up. I also feel like, sometimes I think like in business or whatever, we need things to work out like a very specific way so that we can be successful. I kind of feel there are like more of those moments happening for you with the pig spirit. I'm not saying things are going to be 100% perfect. Of course, it's life. We have challenges, but I kind of feel like there are more moments where things are kind of going your way a little bit more. You're like the second sign that has had a message like that, which is really nice. To me, that says there's something changing in the universe, especially when like two signs get the message where, I'm not saying things are going to be perfect, but I feel, again, that things are just going like a little bit more your way. You have the Five of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the King of Wands. The Five of Wands, I feel, is a card that you get a lot. The Five of Wands is a card of adventure to me. So again, some of you are clearly going on an adventure. Five of Wands, excuse me. Five of Wands is a card of conflict and competition, but it's also a card I call Indiana Jones. To me, these people are training. They're learning how to fight on the Five of Wands. It's really a card of immaturity. They're meant to look young, the people on the card, and because it's meant to be like a card of immaturity. But, for you, I kind of feel it's more saying that you're going to be discovering a lot of reasons to celebrate, Four of Wands here, in doing things that you've never done before, or in doing things ways that you've never done before. Is that what I wanted to say? I don't know. Those words didn't sound right coming out of my mouth. But, again, I feel like you could be doing things differently in like work or business, or trying things that you've never tried before. And it's like in those moments that you're going to be discovering these, almost green lights with that pig spirit where things just kind of go your way. But it's going to be outside your comfort zone. So I'd encourage you to do that. I do feel that there could be love coming in here. Love does not look like, to me, I feel like it's here. Do I feel like it's a major portion of the reading? I would say no. That could change when we clarify. And finally, you have the King of Wands. I just feel this is your energy. I feel like you're creating a lot of success at this time, and you're just in like a very strong position. And here we go. You have this dignified card. It says strength on it. So again, I feel you're in a very strong position. I feel like you're kind of coming at things from a position of strength as well, and you need to realize that. I wouldn't call this fake it till you make it, but I do feel it's like sometimes, I don't know if you've ever had someone who like dominates a social scene, right? There are always those people that they kind of like walk into a room and they control the whole room almost, right? They just have that type of confidence. It's like, how much of that is real? I'm not saying that necessarily those types of people are fake. I'm just saying how much of it is it real, and how much is it just them being confident, just, kind of whether they deserve it or not, right? And I feel like you're having that realization. So I'm not saying you're faking it, but I don't think there's anything wrong with trying to be confident. I don't think there's anything wrong with trying to project that type of energy, right? And I kind of feel like you're kind of trying to project an energy of strength in certain situations. And it's like the more you do it, the more real it becomes. So, I kind of feel like you're almost training yourself to be strong, which is very interesting. And again, I would say it's a good thing. It's allowing you to like kind of control your environment. You have the Justice card, the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Swords. I definitely feel something legal here. I feel like you're already dealing with it. So some of you could be divorce, separation, or just something legal. For others, I kind of feel like it's on your mind. So maybe you've been through, what I'm meaning by this is maybe you've been through divorce in the past. Maybe you're meeting a new person and you're kind of like, having thoughts of divorce. I'm not saying you're going to be divorcing this person. I think you're just thinking about the process and like saying, do I really want to open up to go through that again? Or should I do things differently this time? Those are the words that I'm getting. I don't really understand what that means. But, again, I feel you're kind of, maybe you're just taking it a little bit slower. I feel like you're being a little bit more neutral in the relationship, right? Sometimes in relationships, we can get swept away by the emotion of the situation. I'm not saying you're not allowing yourself to be emotional, but I feel like you're kind of like saying, I'm just going to approach this from a more neutral space. I'm just going to accept it for what it is. I'm going to enjoy my time and all this other stuff, but I'm also going to make sure that I'm paying attention. I do feel it could be a Libra coming in for some of you. I feel like you've had a Libra like on and off for like a while here. You have the Nine of Cups, which is a wish and wish fulfillment. If it's love, I feel like you've been asking for it. So there you go. I kind of get more of that be careful what you wish for energy on the Nine of Cups. So I feel like this is a good thing. I feel like if you've been wishing for love, there's love coming in. For others, I feel like there's just fulfillment entering into your life. And finally, you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is a card of recovery. I feel a lot of you are kind of, I feel a lot of people are going through recoveries right now. So to me, it's just like a sign of the times, really. I'm not really getting much there. But we are going to clarify this now here, Leo. And we are going to see what is going on for you. With the Three of Wands, you have the Seven of Wands. Three of Wands, like, what are you waiting for? Sometimes I think we set out to do something. We're like, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to go get into a relationship. But we hesitate. That's the Three of Wands. Like, seeing it. He sees those three ships in front of him, but he needs to go out to those ships to go on an adventure. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card that says when you know that you're going to be successful, then you'll be successful. So it's like a card of your deep beliefs on, in your life. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Six of Cups. I kind of feel like this is a gift from the universe, a turnaround. Six of Cups can represent innocence, nostalgia, thinking about the past, but it also can be a gift from the universe. The gift we usually receive with the Six of Cups is a turnaround, meaning that we've been trying to do something, bumping up against obstacles, and then when that card shows up, there's a turnaround, meaning we can finally progress. With the Devil, you have the Judgment card. I feel that I would be careful of anyone kind of coming back from the past here, for sure. I do get that feeling, but I would also say I would be careful of any demons from the past as well. I kind of feel that some of you, maybe you've had some thoughts of, some things that have controlled you from the past, and maybe I feel like you've kind of beaten it, if there's something toxic from the past that maybe you've been thinking about revisiting, or that's popped back up into your life. For others, that could be exactly why you're making a change as well. Like if you're moving or traveling, it could be to have new surroundings so that you can remove yourself from toxic situations. I see that as a possibility. With the Five of Wands, you have the Moon. The Moon is about fears, needing to let go of fears, like uncertainty. Again, Five of Wands is my Indiana Jones card. So if you're stepping into the unknown, with the Moon card, it makes perfect sense, but I kind of feel that's where you're going to discover a lot of success. With the Four of Wands, you have the Four of Wands. Basically, the universe saying I meant what I said. I do feel there's a lot of abundance coming in for you here with the Four of Wands. I have weird words popping into my head right now. I'm getting scoop it up or something like that. I don't know. I'm getting the words scoop it up, but to me, a scoop is aggressive. To me, when you're scooping something, you're really kind of grabbing it. This looks like to me there's some opportunity that you need to grab onto very, very quickly. And I feel like this is saying don't hesitate. Again, this is like a gift from the universe. You have the Six of Cups here with the Four of Wands. So there could be a very rapid opportunity or an opportunity that's coming in for you to scoop something up. I don't know. Those are the words that are popping into my head. With the King of Wands, you have the Page of Cups. Definitely could be a love opportunity. So I do feel there could be a person coming in for you. For others, I feel I get more of a change in your vision. Page of Cups, normally he has that cup and he's got the fish in the cup. The fish is his imagination. It might not be real. It might be something he pictures happening or something that he wants to happen. I feel there are changes happening to your dreams. It's you've had certain dreams. For some of you, I feel like you've accomplished a lot of your dreams. There are some things that you've been able to, manifest or create. And now I feel like you're saying to yourself, okay, now what? I feel you're saying to yourself, I was able to get these things, but it's now what? Now what do I do? And I kind of feel you're looking at this in a very curious way. It's you're being more curious. You're just saying, okay, what else could excite me in life? What is the next thing I could be doing? With the Justice card, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Could be an earth sign coming in for you as well. I feel it's someone who's very resourceful coming in for you. I feel a very independent energy here. I'm not going to lie. I kind of feel like this is a good thing, is what I would say to you. I feel like it's someone who doesn't need a lot of your time. I feel not annoyed. Those are the words that are popping into my head. I don't know if you've had clingy people in the past, or if you just have had people who have too many requirements, are just too clingy, or whatever the case may be. We all have our thing, right? I feel like this person is the opposite in a good way. I feel like you will enjoy them. For others, a major focus on your resources. I mean, to me, I'm cheating. It just intuitively, I've felt this for you for 3 years plus or something like that. I feel like there's a lot of changes in the way that you view resources as well. It's like you're much more focused on long-term resources. You're not so much focused on short-term resources. What I mean by that is it's like, I think a lot of people think it would be nice, for example, to find $1 million on the side of the road, right? Tax-free. But I feel like you're like, no, that would be nice, but I'd probably go out and buy like 10 Ferraris and then it would be gone. Right. And so I feel like you're like much more focused on creating, long-term success here. And I feel like that's different than usual. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Devil. I do feel some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn or someone who has a lot of Capricorn in their chart. I would say if you're dealing with this type of person, I kind of get this energy. I'm not going to, again, I don't want to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to avoid the message that's popping into my head either. I'm getting something about a chameleon here, literally popping into my head. Capricorns, the sea goat, water, land, they can be two things at once, kind of. I'm also getting Gemini popping into my head as well. So for whatever reason, Gemini, two things. I'm a Gemini moon, right? I can be like two things at once. So what I would say here is that you could be dealing with that type of person who's more of a chameleon type of person. That can be a good thing and a bad thing, right? There can be people who are chameleons who just mold themselves to any situation and they're toxic, right? It can be a good thing as well. There can be people who are chameleon people, but they're just good at taking on energy and good at manipulating energy in a good way and stuff like that. So, take it how it resonates. Definitely popping into my head. I would make sure you're getting the real juice of a person. Make sure you're really seeing them for who they are. But I do feel that kind of mutable, I don't know what to call it, type of energy. Again, for some of you, it could be a bad thing. For others, I would judge the person based off their actions. Let's put it that way. I think that's the easiest way to tell. With the Four of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups. Could be a water sign. Again, it definitely could be a Pisces. Pisces is literally the chameleon of the zodiac. I'm a Pisces. There you go. So I feel for some of you, you could be dealing with that energy. Nine of Cups is the Knight in Shining Armor. So I do feel there could be love coming in here. For others, I feel this more has to do with a dream changing. Like I said, I feel like you're kind of taking one dream and maybe it's turning into something else. I feel like you need to, maybe what you're realizing is that it's like, I feel like you've accomplished, let's pretend you've accomplished something over the past few years that you've wanted for a very long time. Like, I feel like you're saying to yourself, like, why do I feel not as fulfilled? I feel like you're kind of almost searching for fulfillment. To me, what I've learned personally, if I can toot my own horn here, is that, fulfillment, really the good part of fulfillment is the journey. It's not the actual, getting the thing that I wanted, right? And maybe you're realizing that. And so I feel like which is a good thing. Again, I feel like you're setting bigger goals. You're saying, oh, I don't feel fulfilled with this, even though I accomplished it, because I accomplished it. And I need bigger goals, so I have more to work towards. And I kind of get that feeling for you here. Definitely pretty interesting reading, though. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.